Hi everyone, peace and welcome to my channel. So as you know, this is about thrifting. And I went to a couple of shops between yesterday and today. So I'm going to show you guys what I picked up. And leave me some comments and some ideas of what I can do with these things. So first, what I look for when I go to the thrift shops and things like that of that nature is I look for like older pieces, vintage pieces, antique pieces. You can't find them. Like during the summer, we hit a couple of yard sales. Sometimes they're selling items and pieces, and they're actually vintage pieces. And yeah, they kind of go with some of my decor. A lot of them I'm looking at them, I'm like, this goes with my living room. This is a keeper. I'm keeping this. I gotta get it. And then there's some items that I look at possibly for resale, as long as they have no damage on them, like no chips, no cracks. I try to get them in immaculate condition. Like, that's what I would want in my home. So yeah, that's what I look for. So one of the pieces that I found, and I'm out on Long Island, and we travel to get to these locations to find these, beautiful pieces. And I came across this piece, and it's not marked. Sometimes they have markings on the bottom, but even if they're not marked, you could kind of get an idea the condition on how it's been sitting and resting, that it has some age on it. But this piece was just gorgeous, guys. So let me give you a better look at it. That's the handle here. It actually has a little hole in here, because when I looked at it, I'm thinking candle holder, right? No, I don't think so. But it has a little hole here, but it's still a resting, nesting area here. Then there's a little hole there. So my mom was like, what do we have here? But anyway, it's glazed nice. It's pottery, it's ceramics. I love ceramics. I love pottery. And this piece just looked beautiful. I'm hoping that you can see the color good. It has some cobalt in there. It has the green earth tone. It's really, a nice earth tone piece, tone colors. And this is what I paid for it. Might look backwards to you, but $1.99. And it was just a great piece. So it was a keeper. I had to take it home with me. Then the next piece I found in the same store, guys, this piece is beautiful. And I tell you, beautiful. I love wood too. Yeah, I love wood too. Wood, pottery, glass. I love glass, especially like those vintage pieces that you cannot even find anymore. And I came across this jury box. It has some wear and tear, which is a beautiful thing, because it gives you a sense of age, the age on it. And there's some doors here. It's not glass, it's like wire. Everything is in perfect condition, except, and the piece was just so beautiful that I just said it didn't even matter, right? It is missing one piece of hardware here, the handle that goes on this side. But I'm thinking of hoarding this piece, just clean it up. I really don't try to do too much to my pieces, because I don't want to damage them, and this just shows age. So I'm fine with that. It's not damaged, it's just aged. So this is definitely a vintage piece. Let me get closest. There's no markings on the bottom of it that I saw that I could pick up on. I don't see a signature or a marking. So the designer did not. Oh guys, the crazy part about this, that it winds up. Yes, it's a musical jewelry box. Isn't that beautiful? The bottom drawer is what triggers the box to come on, to turn on the musical part. This is gorgeous. I'm going to keep it. I just fell in love with it in the store. Everything that was in my cart, pushed aside and threw this in the cart. So we have one. Let me just open that some more. 2, 3, 4. 4 drawers. that you can put your jewelry pieces in it. Some of the boxes are completely open, and then there's some that has compartments. So that's I just love this piece, and it has the lining inside. It's really soft inside there, so it will cushion your jewelry, and I found that to be a plus. Then we have two drawers at the bottom. Of course, the bottom drawer triggers the music to come on, and it's just beautiful. I just love this piece. And yeah, I don't know. I have an eBay account, and I'm not sure if you'll find this on there, because I really have in mind to keep this. I have a lot of jewelry as well that will overfill this piece anyway. So I don't know. I might just hold on to it for a little while. I'm not sure. Okay. The next piece I want to show to you would be like, I was truly on a vintage hunt today, guys. Let me tell you. And I think I picked a good day to go to this particular thrift shop, because I have found some beautiful vintage pieces in immaculate condition, and I'm surprised that they're in such good shape. So first, let me show you this sequin. Oh, by the way, the jewelry box, $5. Yes. that was beautiful. This piece is genuine teak wood. It's for food use. It is that focus in here? It is a cake bowl. Now, it's a mini cake bowl. However, it's glass, heavy glass, has some weight on it. Teak wood, no damage. No damage at all. No cracks, no breaks in the wood. Very little, like they didn't even use this item. They didn't use it. Yeah, so that's a plus for me. We're snackers in my house, so a snack dish is perfect. And this one is one of my favorites. My second favorite find today. This one is the second favorite find today. And it, of course, yes, it's vintage. And it is a gumball machine. Yeah, it's a gumball machine. It says 1 cent on it. 1 cent gumballs. You turn it here, the knob here, and the gum comes out over here. As you can see, it works. It's immaculate condition for its age. I mean, what more can you say? For its age, it's definitely in great shape. It does have some wear and tear from everyday usage, and it does have the company's label on the bottom. Now, these usually sell, I've seen some on eBay for like $39. I think I seen one for $29 and $34, somewhere around that nature. I'm not sure if I would put mine that high. I do love the piece. I even went and brought some gumballs so I can see it work. So maybe I'll test it out a little later on. Right now, it's just show and tell. So that was two pieces that I just really adored. And these two pieces, I told you guys I love wood, right? I did tell you, so you can't say I didn't tell you that I love wood. And I came across these two pieces. And by the way, the gumball was $7. And these scones, they're great. I'm just like, let me grab those before somebody else grab them. You know, I whisper and I talk a lot sometimes when I'm thrifting. But yeah, they were just nice pieces. And I have like this huge wall that I'm looking at right now with really nothing on it. And I visualized, right, guys, this is the crazy part, because I visualized having two like nice size scones on each side, you know, and putting like maybe some ivies. I'm a plant lady, I'm a plant mom. So I love my plants. I know you can see a few behind me. You know, I have the Deliciosa right there, a Monstera Delicioso. And I'm thinking one on each side. And I do want some type of maybe pothos or ivies, something that cascade coming down. And my wall is so huge, like I could just let it grow. It'll be taller than me, and I'm like 5'6". That's how high my ceilings are. So these two pieces would be beautiful. And they do have some mirrored designs going around. Now these pieces are not antique. They were made in Thailand, but they're not antique. And it was $6 for the pair. And it has the glass. Have some design here, some nodules, some notches, and then it has mirror pieces on there. Mirrored pieces, some carving. So it's just gonna be beautiful hanging up on my wall with some plant babies cascading down from there. Okay, I'm gonna slide this over. And I think that was it for the wood for today. Like I said, I love ceramics, I love pottery, so I did pick up a couple of pieces. I favored, like I'm not gonna get anything that I don't like. I have to like it, like I have to like it in order to get it. And yeah, so I found these two pieces. It's a set. It's a set. Let me show you that cord on there. It's a set. Isn't that gorgeous? This is the milk. And it is made in the USA by Hull. And this one is W27. This one is W28. That's basically just, this piece has no damage on it. No chips, no cracks. It was not re-glued. It is in great shape. Yes, it is. Then we have its sugar dish. This could be like creamer. It could be a creamer dish. It could be a milk dish, a sugar dish here. You could even use this for trinkets if you wanted to. It's taped closed right now. I do see some damage on here, which is this little chip right here. This right here is just manufacturer's painting, but let me see if I could get it. If you could see, it's a flat chip. It's really flat. It's not sharp. It's like it just chipped off the bottom. Maybe they rested it down too hard. And chip that piece. I want to take this off so I can look at the top and make sure that there's no chips there. And they really taped it down pretty tight. This piece was $3. So the thing about thrifting is you get them for less. They are pre-owned. Most of these items are in immaculate condition and are ready for a second life. It looks like they barely use these items, but this is the top to it. No chips, no cracks, in great condition. This is the other part of it. What you see here is manufacturer's details. Just the painting actually fits on perfectly, and that's how you know that it's the original piece. You gotta check for that, because sometimes they'll try to replace it with something that's similar. Then I also came across these pieces that they were so intriguing. I was actually kind of looking for like Nippon or something to that nature. Well, they are pretty much Nippon, but they're kind of modern with the vintage look. And what I have here, I have to do some research on these pieces because this guy looks like a ninja. Let's see if you can see it. Right, there you go. He looks like a ninja. See his sword. His face is covered. There we go. His face is covered. He has a sword. There's a small hole here that came, the way it's designed, is designed with that piece opening, I'm assuming for air or something else. I'll find out more about it once I do more research on it. The back is open, and my first thought was, you know, that could be a planter. I love planters. I'm a plant mom. I love plants, so I love gardening. So of course I love planters. So when I picked it up, that was where my mind was headed. Like, oh, that could be a nice planter. I love the white pots and planters. Then it says down here, made in China, which you get in Nippon was the early Chinese name it was called. And then we have another one. Same opening in the back, same opening in the front. This one is stamped. The ninja is not stamped. This one is stamped. And I do hate to pronounce that wrong, but it looks like Benihana of Tokyo. Okay, there's another piece that also go with that. So it's three pieces. And this is another geisha girl. I'm gonna call it a geisha. Yeah. And this one also is engraved. It's made into the pottery, the Benihana. The name Benihana. Nothing on the bottom, clear on the bottom. Some signs of age here, which is great. It's not like last year modern, but it does look more of a modern piece to me. It's the geisha. This one I noticed don't have the hole here. This one has the hole here. And also the ninja has the hole in his chest. So we got to do some research on these pieces to find out what are they really about. And they all have the openings in the back that appears to look like planters. You know, like you go in the Chinese restaurants, they have those bamboo plants that just stand straight up. You can put a couple, I don't know, I wouldn't want to put, I can't say that because I put plants in my porcelain, right? And the ceramics, I put plants in soil and water them and nothing happens, so I can't say you can't use them for a planter, but that was definitely my first thought. And then I did come across this little baby, and it's also a planter, but it's a duck planter with the babies. You have his babies on the side here. Appears to be two of them. Yeah. And this one does have, okay, it's from Brazil. It was made in Brazil, but it's obviously an Avon planter from 1984, 94, 04, 14. So that makes this vintage. It's over 20 years old. So this is a vintage piece. Made in Brazil, and I'm assuming Avon was selling these pieces. And you have some people that actually collects Avon, like the empty, I do see a little chip, guys, the glaze. There's a glaze on the outside, and I see here, just noticing that, little chip on the glaze here, and also, I saw something else on the wing. It's it right here. Right about there. It's really, really hard to see, guys. So, but yeah, it's so gorgeous. I picked it up, like, and to see an imperfection so small as that, you will have to be here as I am, looking for that type of damage. And that's what I do when I get my pieces. I really look over them. And something that I'm just now starting to get into is Afghans, handmade vintage Afghans. You guys just don't know the memories that I get when I see these things. It reminds me of my great grandmother, and because she used to make these things, she sold, and you know, yeah, she just was crafty. And I gotta measure these out, guys, because it's really big. I would say this one is more like a lap throw as opposed to a blanket. Yeah, I'm trying to open this out so we can see some length on here. Okay. There you go. So it's really big. Damn. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah. So this is doubled right now, and I still got length, so it's doubled. But I'm gonna measure them, wash them, measure them, and see the actual size, and do a very thorough inspection to, you know, just to see if any of the stitches are loose. And I actually looked them over quickly in the store, and I didn't see damage, and that's why I tossed it in my cart. So yeah, this probably is about, okay, it goes from one arm to the other without stretching. It's arm's length without stretching it. You can see it's loose, arm's length. So yeah, this will make a nice little comfy throw. And it's that time of the year where, and it's green, and I have specks of green as you notice in my living room. So I kind of couldn't walk past that piece. This one I found to be interesting because the color, this one is smaller than that one, the green one that I took out. The knits are closer. So yeah, this piece is definitely smaller. And this is doubled. I'm holding it double so you could get a good look at it. But check out this design. I call it the camouflage. And basically it's just some earth tones of green, beige, tan, brown. But it gives it, I get this camouflage theme when I look at it. And again, these are the tones that are in my living room. Some be nice and try not to hoard these pieces because they are beautiful. And to find these are all vintage. They were handmade, granny, you know, the granny made, handmade pieces. Here's another piece. This is doubled over. Yeah, that's doubled over. Let me go up close. It's like waves. It's a wave pattern. It's a beautiful pink on black, lavender colors. Nice throw, keeps you warm. The quilt, the stitches are even closer together. So you know, the closer together the stitches are, the less air will come through the blanket, which will give you a lot of more warmth. So check out that design. They have like 2 pink waves here, then about 7, 8 stitches of the mixed colors, and then you have your soft pink, and then that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 10 stitches here, and then the lavender, then back to the pink, and the pink again. So this is a beautiful quilt, handmade granny stitches. Well, actually not quilt, Afghan throw blanket. And I think I have one more. And yeah, it has green in it. But this one is the chevron print. The chevron print was like a very popular print back in those days. And this is bigger. It's almost as big as the first one that I pulled out. I have it doubled so you could get a view. Even the edge of it has the chevron finish, the zigzag chevron finish all the way around. Set the sides are straight. This is the side of the blanket. But it's the chevron pattern. This is cool and it's pretty soft, and the stitches are closed. It's a warm Afghan throw. Very warm, the stitches are closed. Okay, so that is it for my haul today, guys. If you have any comments, feel free to leave me comments. I love, I would definitely respond back to you. If I have any pieces that you're familiar with, the date or year, the care of them, the name, like these guys, I gotta get some research done on them. So if you have any information about these guys, that would be helpful. You could drop it in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, tap the red button, like, subscribe. And thanks for viewing. Peace until the next one.